Hello, Kevin. To here. It's gonna be a quick rundown, deck list, deck profile that nobody plays but me. So I'm just sharing this to y'all. Can probably play it too. All right. This is the Materiactor Ryu-Ge Voiceless deck that you've probably seen over the past 3 days. Wondering what the hell it do. This is what the hell it does. Why is 60? I don't know. I like to play 60 card lists. It's fun, it's creative. But I was testing, and to my surprise, it's quite consistent for the most part. It's quite consistent overall. So onto the deck profile. We got two primal Materiactors. Two is the right number. Three is a bit overkill and probably can be bricky. So two is the right number. Three lows because it's low, so it's a bait. You know what I mean? Low searches out this, that searches out this, that gets you this. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, roughly 18 starters. Yeah, I said it. 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 potential starters. It's a 60 card list, but these cards will potentially let you go into your starter. How is that, you might be wondering? Materiactor is a wonderful archetype. I like it. Go into the deck list and then we'll talk about that. So yeah, 3 low, 2 maxis because it's maxis. Come on now. 1 carbon negon. Oh, carbon negon. Is that the pronunciation? What this card does, I don't care what his normal effects. Battle the fire monster, doing damage calculation, increase the attack by 1,000. Who cares? I use it for the graveyard effects. It's a dinosaur. The graveyard effect states you can banish this card from graveyard, special summon from your hand or deck. A level 7 or lower dragon normal monster in face-up defense position. Obviously, Prima Materiactor is a normal monster. Awesome sauce. We'll get to the combos in a bit. You've probably seen it. Speedroid Turret top 3s. Contemplating, yes, Speedroids. It's a free special summon. Baits out the maxis and Moors. 1 Speedroid attacking Tom Borge, my bad. Hate to draw it, but it's busted out anyways. 1 Materiactor Giga. I was playing without it until I realized the usefulness of him. You will have some weird scenarios, and sometimes he does come up. Not all the time, not a necessity, but it will come up in those weird scenarios. Rather you have it than you don't have the option to get into it. 3 Materiactor Exoraptor. Busted piece of card. You don't understand the usage of this guy. He's a starter. He is the starter. 3 Materiactor Zeptwing. Busted piece of shit. Normal or special summon for freeze. 3 Saphira Dragon Queens. You know that thing searches. 1 Saravish Dragon Sage. I used to like to run this at 2, but because we're running a load of stuff and not pure voiceless voice, 1 is fine. 1, yeah, I don't pronounce this guy's name already. Yeah, 1 Kaiba the dinosaur dude. Funny enough, I used to thought he was a priority, but the more I play, he's just a filler. If you see me, see me. If you don't, you don't. He's just a filler. He ain't really doing much. You know, it's special summons for free, yeah, but we literally did the same thing for the decks. Kairo Ryu-Ge Emva. I used to run it as a one-off. Now this is where we slide over here to the Slid Dolphins. I was thinking about replacing 1 copy with a Slid Dolphin. Maybe you can try it, but you'll have some weird scenarios where you have him in a hand or some shits. You have some weird scenarios when you have one copy and like he's in your hand, and then you have this card already out. You can't search for it. So you'd be like, oh shit, I can't activate the war zone. The war zone is a critical card. So I just say, you know what? I'll just rather get the 2 copies undone. You know what I mean? And the reason why this is not a 1 copy, because if you have him, I guess you can put him back into the deck. It's no big deal. 2 Hakva, Genru, Ryu-Ge. Busted card, love it. Yeah, I say more special summons for free. 2 Ryu-Ge Anva. I used to run this at 3, but running this guy at 3, you will definitely brick, and ends up being a dead scenario. So 2 copies is just enough. You just gotta know how to control the game. Once Rab is the ancient dude, because his voiceless voice, it negates its dragon. You can summon it because it's a dragon. That's a very important factor. 2 Skull Guardians, because we're playing voiceless voice, and it searches out for the mitzvah. I think that's like 20. I need to count back how many searches. Yeah. Got Soise, mitzvah. Heal the heart and soul of the deck. Without him, nothing else matters. You know what I mean? You need this guy. Heal the shits. Loads of shits. Now, based on my play through the Duelist Cups, I'm about to craft Dark Ruler no more. You look on your losses and you wonder why you lose. You look on the field and you wonder why you lose. Going second, okay, except Blue Eyes. We all know Blue Eyes got them drill beams. Beam them up, so the drill beam. I'm not talking about Blue Eyes. I'm talking about the end board of Appaloosa run the floor bullshit with that Fiendsmith card. 3 negates, and I'm not running spear modes. Screw that shit. 3 negates. The amount of times I've lost because they have so many negates on board and no back row. I'm like, bro, they got no back row protection. Probably the imperm or some shits. I'm like, bro, Dark Ruler no more. I'm gonna clean them shits up, bro. Once you stop the Appaloosa, you're free to play the game of Appaloosa and the Fiendsmith dude. You're free to play the game of Yu-Gi-Ohs. You know what I mean? So I'm about to craft it. I'm taking my time though, because I need to analyze how this current state of the meta is after the worlds. Worlds and rankings are 2 different things. So yeah, I'm about to craft this stuff. Yeah, 1 Ryu-Ge War Zone. You'll never see a scenario where you activate a second copy. If you're doing that, uninstall. Yeah, you're only gonna activate this card 1 time in your entire life playing the game. You know what I mean? You'll never activate it a second time. It never comes up. And if you do, you're probably losing. Why are you doing that? You know what I mean? Anyway, 2 prayers, because 1 puts it a very restricted scenario in restricted scenarios. Yeah, the 2 is fine, I guess. You sometimes brick, but we don't give a damn. We discard a card anyway. Alright. 3 barriers, because it protects you. It's a busted card. 1 blessing. Don't really see myself using the blessing that much, but I guess it's best to have it to recover stuff, I guess. See what I mean? 1 Dino Realms, Domains, 1 Sea Spires. I'm getting to understand the use of this card when I'm getting, Max Seed. As I say, World Championship is different from normal rankings. There was a lot of tempi on the last day. So I'm like, okay, you wanna maxi me? Okay, Mr. Tempai. I'm gonna banish your one-offs. You know what I mean? And when they do banish their one-offs, they cry and rage quits. So I like that. 1 Ryu-Ge Worm wins. Thought about having 2 overkill and bricks. Don't do that. 3 Materiactor Meltdown. It fixes the deck for the next turn if you manage to survive, and it does please. 3 Ryu-Ge Rising. Hardly use the second effect, but if you are to use it, you're supposed to banish this dude to get the second copy out. 2 Rivalry. I mean, you can run 1. I'm bouncing. I'm thinking about bouncing between 2 criticals, even though you really don't need 2 criticals like that. Maybe if I'm greedy, but Rivalry, I guess it's fine. I'll run it at 2 for now. I'm gonna be doing more testing. 1 Radiance, because it's an awesome card. I love the fact that you can recover your ritual cards and still combo. 1 Ryu-Ge End is all you need, because you can set it back with a pendulum dude and it does stuff. Hoppage, put back stuff when you put them out in the deck on the field. I like it. Alright, extra deck time. Now, extra deck is not fully completed. These 2 slots, I was running the normal summon girl. That girl, Shelly Ann. Shoulda. Diviner. But I never really want to normal summon that much. Maybe I'll craft it in the future, who knows? You know what I mean? I was seeing a couple, what do you call that stuff? Damn it. I've seen a couple decks that send stuff to the graveyard. Yeah, that deck. And that's the reason why I put in the Ignisters. You know, Ignisters. So, that's that for now. If anything, I might decide to put this at 3, this at 3. Not necessary, but it's definitely necessary to run these 2 at 2. Materiactor Gigaboros and the Materiactor Exoguard. The Gigaboros is just a what you call him now? Just a cheerleader. He cheers on Exoguard. He just there because they're gonna be like, ignore me and you will lose. You know what I mean? He just keep getting bigger and bigger. You can have a hand of just 1 card, and this guy's just gonna grow. You know, Exoguard, busted piece of shits. I love it. Yeah, you recover cards and stuff. 2 Varudras. I pulled 2 Varudras. I dismantled 1. I was using 1 all the time, but I realized it feels much nicer to actually have 2 Varudras. You're not gonna need it all the time. The first one definitely has to be summoned, but it's just nice to have an extra copy in the deck. 1 Typhon, because if you're losing, might as well go down with the Typhon, right? 1 Masquerinas, because we're doing 2 SP tonight, please. You could probably think about switching out this into a unicorn. La. If you already have the unicorns. Is it unicorn? Unicorn or the next one, Nightmare Phoenix. Is it that? Yeah. Nightmare Phoenix. So you can at least have some interruption in the opponent's turn. So that makes sense, right? Yeah. So you can SP Lieutenant into a Nightmare Phoenix on the opponent's turn, pop in their important cards, or Unicorn, right? So it's not a bad thing to have. Yeah. So if you already have these cards, that's how to use the end with the extra decks. Yeah. Should craft the Nightmare Phoenix, right? Yeah. Unicorn 2. 2 Dynamundos. It'll come in handy. SP Lieutenants, we need those. And the trump card that nobody plays, Topologic Zerdoboros. When you're going up against the meta Mementolans, this guy is your best friend. Remember me telling that. The Mementolans want to get big. This guy gets bigger. You know what I mean? Okay. Alright. So I think you guys probably have seen the combo lines. This probably is a 30-minute video already. I wanted it to be a 5-minute video. But main combo lines is with the Materiactor Exoraptor. Should I don't have a PC. Oh shit. Can't do that. Alright, let's take out these for now. Yeah, I'm crafting this. Fuck it. Let's test out a game. No. Should I go into main now? This is just to showcase the stuff. Huh? Rescue is. No. This is just to showcase the deck. Rather show it than try and explain it, huh? Materiactor, let's go. All those who are probably watching this shit for the first time, going first. Load the skills. So this is what you will do going first. I'm not gonna show the turret up play, even though you could. So you use this guy, right? That's follow along for me. Get this to your hand. Special summon for freeze. Normal summon this. Exceed into this guy. Activate this guy effect. Sending the card here. Special summon this. This in turn get the fields, the continuous spell. And because you have the field guy in the grave, special summon this shit for freeze. Now activate this. We're not using the effect yet. Exceed into Zeraboros. Zeraboros is gonna pitch out the thing there. We're going to get the second copy there that effect's going to use, and equip there. We're gonna then use this, seeing the top 6 cards of our deck, and based on what you see, you can adjust your deck as accordingly. We'll grab the critical because we see it, and we're gonna put the grab this to our hand. So we already have the stuff, right? Use the effect targeting this to return this to our hand. Then we use this card. So as you can see, this is the lines of plays of the Materiactors. It allows you to see the top 6 cards of your deck and allows you to draw the card that you placed on top. That is why I love this deck. It gives the deck consistency, even though it's a 60 card list. Alright, so I just want to show you guys the bread and butter of how this deck is supposed to be played. Activate stuff, loads of stuff. Proceed with the other plays. You know what I mean? Let's continue the game as usual. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Get the war zone activates. This scenario, it really doesn't matter what we do, but let's get the regular guys. Add this, banish this, effectus. Alright, there we go. Boom, special summon. Special summon. Let's see what is banished. So we got that banished. So we activate this. The graveyard, summon this, and bring out that. Boom. 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 We don't really need to do anything here. But if our field was kind of not filled, we'll do some stuff. Let's see here. What can I pop? Alright, let's pop this back row here. Activate this. Send this. Banish everything out of them hand. That's because they can. They make every rule just play here. And end it thy turn. You really don't need to do anything. Here, move. That's the bread and butter of how you play the deck. Simple. I like simple decks. Even though it might seem a bit complicated at first. Activate. Return this to the hands. This triggers. Give this guy stuff. Yeah, if we were to summon, we'll actually return a card. You know, draw a life. And pretty much game over. Pretty much. Pretty much. Nope. Like this. Pick up this. Load the skills, Brody. Load the damn skills. So we have follow-up plays on follow-up plays. Plays on plays on plays. Plays on plays. Plays. Game over. Right. Activate this card, give them boostage. Get the spell. Boostage. You see the lines? You see the lines? You see the lines? Load the skills, Brody. Load the damn skills. You know what I mean? And that's why this has become basically my favorite deck to play right now. You know what I mean? The Ryu-Ges don't even need to do none. They just chill back and come out with it when they're needed. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that deck list. That was the in-depth that was the in-depth deck list showcase profiles. I mean, hit that like button if you're new. Subscribe if you wanna. Become a member because you care. Kevin Toward signing out. Ciao.